Hey everybody, it's Kat, Homeward Bound. My first ever inclusion of a video, but I thought it was appropriate, for me to practice giving a little yoga instruction. As many of you know, I'm got my yoga teacher training last year, and it's been hard to practice teaching yoga in the Zoom world, but maybe this will be a little starter. And then I wanted to walk you through a few of the moves that I talk about lower in this post. And it's basically a few ideas for knowledge workers. I'm a knowledge worker. I sit at my desk. I do a lot of email. I do a lot of writing. And often I like to do a little yoga in between, just to loosen up and get more focused. By the way, you can see my wood stove here is going, and that's my main source of heat. So yoga can also keep you warm. So the first thing I want to talk about is breathing. I hold my breath when I'm working. If you've sat next to me in an office, or really anytime I've been on the computer, I tend to hold my breath and then like do a big sigh or hiccup. So getting our breathing back to regulated breathing is a really great way to sort of just insert a little yoga right at the comfort of your desk. And without making it more complicated, a really simple way to sort of bring that balance back is to do an inhale and an exhale that's elongated and longer than that inhale. So for example, you would inhale for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll do one, and then I'll consider you trained to go on your own. So on the inhale and the exhale. Beautiful. It's really simple. You can do it anywhere, the DMV, the airport, sitting at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, in the middle of a Zoom. So I encourage you to use that breathing technique anywhere. So the next thing, you probably already do this on your own, because we can get so forward focused and tight in our neck and shoulders when working at the computer. But it's just to put a little more form around it, which is stretching our neck. So I'm taking my right hand over my left ear. It'll be the opposite since this is a flip screen. And just pulling that neck, and then even rotating a bit to look at the sky or the ceiling, as it were. And, holding it for a good 5 breaths. I'm going to do it shorter here. And then repeat on the other side. Sometimes things snap, crackle, pop, which means you definitely need to be doing this. And that's it. So another thing I like to do, and again, great little mini yoga that you can take anywhere you're going to be seated. When I'm traveling on the airplane, I'm sure I'll be doing this. And I'm actually going to turn my chair sideways so you can get a better view, but it's basically a cat and cow seated. So pushing your collarbone forward, pulling your scapula and your shoulder blades back, and then rounding your back. So just getting some expansion across the back, expansion across the chest. So it's a seated cat and cow. If you have the room, of course, drop to the floor and do it on your hands and knees. Another great one to do at your desk while you're working is just opening up your shoulders. So I get really tight and I hold a lot of stuff in my shoulders. And so just doing a stretch across can be wonderful. You can, do over the head too. Even add in a little side bend. And it just gets your upper body more open, more circulation going, doing a few neck rolls. And then I'm going to stand to show you the last move, which you know how to do, but it's great, especially when you're feeling tense or anxiety, and that's a ragdoll hang. It's very comforting. Forward folds add a lot of sort of grounding to the nervous system. So for example, if you're Standing, just find your stand, bending at the hips, and hanging like a rag doll, not a rag dog. Arms can be loose, or you might hold your shoulders. And you'll of course do it for longer than I just did, but it's a wonderful way to stretch out your hamstrings. Like I said, it's very calming and is a great move to do maybe between meetings, especially if you only have a few minutes, but you want to make the most of those few minutes. So I hope this is helpful. I've enjoyed making this. It was very spontaneous. And let me know if you liked it. And if you do, maybe I'll do another one for the new year that's a little bit more scripted and formatted. So please be well, and sending my love from New Mexico. Bye.